most watched, most trusted news with certified, most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News at Sunrise.
All right, as many head out to grab supplies for their New Year's celebrations, you'll only have a couple more days to get what you need, but that may change next year. We're going to tell you why just ahead. Good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Jason Abbott.
And I'm meteorologist Jim Howard. What do you think of the new Open?
It's very interesting. I go out on a bang on the last Friday of the new year.
I like
2023.
it. Yeah, new music, new Open for you as we say goodbye to the year. Quiet weather into the weekend. Chilly, but quiet. Those would be my weather words. Quick look at the radar. Nada. Those little green specks on the coast, ignore that. Anomalous propagation, that is not rain. There's nothing out there. Clear skies, dipping into the 30s. Greenville showing 41. That little breeze makes it feel like 38 out the door. I'll talk weekend weather, and again, we'll kind of take another look at what you can expect as we ring in the new year. Sunday night, at least many of you do. I'll be sleeping probably, but I'll talk about what you can expect coming up just a little bit.
I think you should come out to Town Common with me.
That's not going to happen.
Come on.
Yeah, you head out and see Jason. Sunday night, Town Common. She'll be emceeing the festivities down there. You'll be there from 9 to midnight.
Yep,
is that right?
9 to midnight.
Yeah.
Your most watched, most trusted news with certified, most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Jason Abbott.
Well, Jason, you're doing a little jig there to the new
I know.
Open.
We got a new Open, and I'm like trying to get used to it.
Are you?
Trying to get used to it at least.
Nice little catchy tune there. Outside, jacket-worthy start to the day. Air temp, again, I mentioned generally near 40. That 43 is one of the higher numbers in New Bern. Check it out, folks. Ringing in the New Year Sunday night. Still on target for clear skies with temps in the 30s. Frost-free, rain-free, snow-free, sleet-free. Chilly, yes. Precip, no. Looking good as we say goodbye to 2023. I'll dig more into that, talk all about the weather details here coming up in just a bit.
Your most watched, most trusted news with certified, most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News at Noon.
We start with breaking news this afternoon. Reverend William Barber hosting a press conference right now to address being escorted out of a Greenville movie theater Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jason Abbott. Barber says he suffers from a severe and disabling bone disease that makes it impossible to sit in a regular seat without being in pain. He said he was at the Greenville AMC Theater on Fire Tower Road Tuesday with his 90-year-old mother to see The Color Purple. Barber says he was told by theater employees that he would not be able to use a special chair in the wheelchair area of the theater. According to Barber, theater staff offered no accommodation that would allow the use of his chair, which is carried by an assistant everywhere he goes.
Your most watched, most trusted news with certified, most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News First at 4.
Ahead on First at 4, a local civil rights activist says Greenville's movie theater broke federal law over a seating dispute. More details from today's press conference in just a moment. Plus, the ECU community is mourning the loss of a trailblazer. Details on their legacy coming up. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on First at 4. I'm Courtney Bunting. Well, William Barber II, referred to by many as Reverend Barber, held a press conference today to address being escorted out of AMC Fire Tower 12 due to managers saying his special chair needed for medical purposes was a fire hazard. The press conference was held this morning as the Reverend spoke alongside some of his disabled friends and supporters. He said he was wanting to take his 90-year-old mother to the movies so they could have some alone time since he travels often. But Greenville police were called to escort him out after the theater's manager says he got argumentative about his chair. Today at the press conference, he claimed the theater broke the law.
The law is clear.
Coming up, a local civil rights activist says Greenville's movie theater broke federal law over a seating dispute. More details from today's press conference in just a moment. Plus, the ECU community is mourning the loss of a trailblazer. Details on his legacy coming up.
most watched, most trusted news with certified most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Bunting. Well, we've told you previously about Reverend William Barber III being kicked out, or the second being kicked out of the AMC Theater in Greenville, and today he is talking publicly about the situation. Our Alyssa Hefner was at his press conference this morning and spoke to Barber. She is live now with the story. Alyssa?
Courtney, Reverend William Barber II says he was kicked out of this theater on Tuesday after managers told him the special chair he needs for medical reasons was a fire hazard. Now Barber is speaking out about being escorted out. In his press conference, he said he has been dealing with a rare arthritis issue for 30 years. Therefore, he needs a special high chair. According to Barber, the managers called him argumentative and called Greenville police. After being escorted out of the theater, Barber said you could tell the officers did not want to be involved in the situation and looked uncomfortable.
The way you place it is a fire hazard. If it was fire hazard, I couldn't have taken it in hospitals and White House.
Coming up at 6, a press conference was held here in the East after a church leader and community activist was removed from a movie theater. The latest coming up in a live report.
To me and many others, Jesse is a hero. He completely changed the face of East Carolina University.
And an LGBTQ activist and philanthropist who donated heavily to ECU over the years has passed away. How he's being remembered just ahead in a live report.
Your most watched, most trusted news with certified most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Bunting. Dave Jordan is off tonight. A civil rights activist is now speaking publicly after being escorted out of an AMC theater by police earlier this week. Our Alyssa Hefner was at a
Your most watched, most trusted news with certified most accurate first alert weather. This is WITN News at 11.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Celeste Ford. NBC affiliate WRAL is reporting that a Greensboro watch commander officer was shot and killed earlier tonight in Greensboro. Police say the shooting happened at a Sheetz located on the 3200 block of Sandy Ridge Road. Greensboro police issued a blue alert, but it canceled it around 7:53 p.m. According to police, the two suspects are two black men in their early 20s. Police have not confirmed if the suspects have been captured. Deputies in the East are asking for the public's help locating a wanted person they say was involved in a shooting this morning. Larkel LaTroy Brown of Lewiston is a black male, 6 feet tall, estimated at 160 pounds, short hair, cut, near bald, several tattoos on his arms. Deputies say he is wanted for a shooting this morning on East Church Street in Lewiston. They say Brown was in an argument with two women at his house, and as they were leaving, Brown fired into their vehicle. They say one of the women was shot in the face on the left side of her body. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed by him. I can't wait to see what he turns out to be when he grows up.
That is amazing. It's awesome to see like young kids, especially having that intellect to be able to, you know, read and add at many grade levels above their age. That is fantastic out there. Good.
He's a legitimate genius.
He
but
is.
Going to tomorrow, that New Year's Eve forecast is looking genius right now.
It certainly is. We're going to have sunny skies, 54 degrees during the day, believe it or not. That's the average high going into January. But here's a look at your New Year's Eve forecast. Overnight temperatures will be into the upper 30s as we bring in 2024. Monday is looking good. There will be a brief disturbance giving way to a few showers. Monday night going the first part of Tuesday, but then Wednesday looking good. Thursday another chance of rain, and then it looks like Friday looking nice and sunny. So we're going to be teeter-tottering back and forth between rain chances, but at least temperatures will be near average.
Yeah, I say it's a good time to get out and get some fresh air and enjoy the nice weather before it gets too cold. Thank you for joining us. Please join us again for WITN News at sunrise.